All right, good afternoon. Welcome back to Sunset Park here in Las Vegas. The sun setting in the western sky here on what has now become a rather chilly Friday afternoon. We have reached the Legends D Championship IF game. This game will feature the Norfolk Gunners of the Mid-Atlantic League against the San Francisco Fury Fire of the San Francisco League. Alongside Dr. Joel Tremblay, this is Rich Siegel. We welcome you back here. The game necessary because Norfolk won the first game, and they won it handily by 22-8. But we have a new game now, and this will decide the champions in the Legends D division. And we're getting started. San Francisco will be the visiting team here for us, and Lee Twan will lead it off. And the first pitch to him is grounded slowly on the infield. Pitcher shortstop picks the ball up but has no play, and Lee Twan leads off with a single.
At the very beginning of this broadcast, you were able to see some ducks out there in right center field who were corralled by Gio Phillips and gotten back over into their corner.
Wow, there are a lot of them. Gunnar Rosenquist will be the batter, runner at first base and nobody out, and the first pitch to him is line fouled, out of play. One ball, two strikes. Marcy Colley from Phoenix is our home plate umpire. Angelo Pineda from Portland is on the base. There is a base hit head out in the left center field. It'll be runners at first and second, and nobody out. Batter will be Everett Phillips.
In case this is your first game with us, we'll remind you the batters start with a 1-1 count, and the pitches must go 6 feet high, no higher than 12 feet, and cross the plate. If it lands on the plate, it will be a ball, and there is no, quote, foul to give. So if you have 2 strikes on you and you make a foul, you are out.
Everett Phillips takes the first pitch for a ball. And takes the next pitch on the plate, ball 3. There's a swing and a ground ball to the right side. Bobbled by Sherry Henderson. She recovers. She'll throw to second, and she'll get the force out on Rosenquist. Lee Twan to third, and Everett Phillips is safe at first base. The force out goes 4-6. Second base to shortstop, and then the batter reaches on the fielder's choice, and the cleanup batter is Lee Rankin, and he will bat with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch. Swung on and hit foul to the left side. Lee Rankin is the first baseman for his team, and the next pitch to him is a bounce to the third baseman. He'll go to second for 1, and there'll be no play on the runner at first, and on the play, Lee Twan scores the first run of the game, and San Francisco grabs the lead 1-0. So Rankin gets an RBI on the force out, is safe at first base. There's runner at first base and 2 out, and the batter will be Alan Biaki, the shortstop. The first pitch to him is swung on and lined off the second baseman's glove, on into the outfield for a base hit. Thomas Malone will be the batter. Mark Keats, the pitcher for Norfolk, swings and hits one right back to the pitcher. He will flip to the first baseman in time, and the inning is over. San Francisco plates the first run of the ball game here in the top of the first. We go to the bottom of the first, and our score is now San Francisco Fury Fire 1, and the Norfolk Gunners coming to bat on the Cloud Sports Network.
And our sponsor for this half inning is Lexus. Lexus is designed to seamlessly blend eye-catching design with exhilarating performance and dynamic styling. Lexus has been proud to support the Sin City Classic with its series of brands for 18 years running.
Okay, at play here in the bottom of the first inning, Pitcher for San Francisco will be the man who started but did not finish the first game, and that is Kevin Toussaint. He wears number 11, same number worn by the third baseman.
And if you are watching our broadcast, please take a minute on your social media to tag your friends or tell us who you're rooting for, or tell us sort of anything you want to tell us. We like to engage with our audience, and we hope that you are having fun watching your friends play softball, and we'd like you to help others know that those folks are playing softball as well.
And we should tell you that we are broadcasting live here from the Ken Scarce Memorial Studio here in Las Vegas. Ken, an event organizer for the Sin City Classic for many years and an early supporter of the Cloud Sports Network. He is a Hall of Famer, a Naga Hall of Famer, and the inspiration between the Ken Scarce Leadership Award. Jesse Baker will lead off in the bottom of the first inning for Norfolk, and he takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 our score here in the home half of the first inning. Winner claims the Legends D Championship here at the 18th Annual Sin City. We are at Sunset Park. There's a line drive up the middle and on into center field for a base hit. Right center field bobbles it, and it's going to go all the way to the fence. Baker around second, heads to third. He'll score easily. There'll likely be no play. They're going to give him the go-ahead, and he scores, and the game is tied.
And while we are in Las Vegas, this tournament is actually sponsored by GLASA, the Greater Los Angeles Sports Association. So this is sort of their tournament, and then there are other tournaments in Vegas, and of course last year the World Series of Softball was here.
Yes. Greg Baggett will be the batter. A run in and nobody out. The first pitch is called to strike by Marcy Colley. And the next delivery is swung on and lined into right center field, and that ball drops in for a base hit. The ball thrown back in got by the cutoff man, but it was fielded by the backup, the shortstop. So it's a runner at first base and nobody out with one run in the inning. The game is tied, and the batter will be Matt Searing. And there's a swing and a slow roller to third baseman, fielded by the third baseman. He'll throw to second on one hop. The ball is bobbled and then recovered, so the force out will go 5-4. Baggett thought he was safe at second base, and frankly, so did I. But the play was made. Phillips to the second baseman, J.D. Denham, and that is out number one, and we'll bring up Ronnie Lauman.
Definitely some bobbling there. Couldn't quite tell from our view, but I think he got his hand on the ball long enough in the umpire's estimation to say that he had control and got the out.
Ronnie Lauman takes the first pitch for a ball. And he waits for this pitch. Swung on and lined into left field for a base hit. Lee Twan over to make the play. It'll be runners at first and second, as Searing is safe at second base. Runner at first and second, and one out with one run in the inning. And the batter will be Ronnie Burum. One our score. Swung on and popped to the right side. First baseman tried to make a basket catch, and he drops the ball and has no play, and the bases will be loaded.
A little bit of a tough play. It looked like he was trying to get under it, but was calling off the second base person and also avoiding the runner. So
here is the first baseman, Ron Frank. He has the bases loaded in front of him for this at-bat, and he swings and he lifts one foul to the right side and out of play. I think he might have that ball might have landed in the land of the Ducks.
Definitely in the land of the Ducks. Looks like he missed them. And they are moving. They're moving towards the field, which is not the anticipated response.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And just the one out here. That pitch is high, but it's hit out in the air to right field. Right fielder coming in, the ball falls in front of him. 1 run has scored. Searing has scored. Lauman has scored. On the play, Frank to second base. Mark Maxwell, the batter. And he swings and he hits one to the shortstop. Comes up throwing, 1 hop to the first baseman. The ball gets by him, and a run will score. Maxwell on his way to second. He'll hold up there, and Ron Frank has scored. I'm missing a batter on this too. Okay, the batter will be Sherry Henderson. She swings and she hits a little looping fly ball that gets beyond the reach of the shortstop, and on in left field, Maxwell will hold at third base. And Charlie Urich will be the batter. And the first pitch to him swung on and looped foul to the right side and out of play. Charlie Urich waits for the next pitch with runners at first and second, and he swings and hits one foul at the plate, and he's out. I have 4 runs in the inning.
Yep, and that agrees with our umpire Marcy. So we have a score of 4-1. So the Gunners sort of picking up right where they left off last game.
San Francisco will come to bat in the top of the second inning, trailing again by 3. And their pitcher will lead off, Kevin Toussaint, followed by Jonah Berry and John Christophal.
And again, just a reminder to tag the players, your friends, and the players that you are watching in your comments so that you can go back, look at the game, tell them that you were there. And you can let us know who you're rooting for if you have any particular shout-outs for folks who are playing today.
Here in the top of the second, Kevin Toussaint will lead the leadoff batter. First pitch. Lined onto center field. The ball is in for a hit. It is fielded by the left center fielder who gets it back in, so a leadoff base runner for San Francisco, trailing by 3. And the batter is going to be Jonah Berry, wherever he may be. One on, nobody out, in a 4-1 ball game, top of the second. Berry swings and grounds one to Sherry Henderson. She throws to second for 1, on to first, and safe. Nice play out there by Sherry Henderson. She gets the force at second base on the play. Berry is safe at first, fielder's choice. And the batter will be John Christophal, the catcher. And the first pitch to Christophal. He grounds one to the shortstop, bobbled by the shortstop underneath his glove and on into left center field. Hit right to him.
Just took a little step to field it from the side instead of in front of him and not let it go under his glove.
So the batter now will be J.D. Denham with 1 down. There's a line drive into right field for a base hit. Runners will be well, no, here comes Berry, and he will score. And on the play, Christoffel to second, Denham at first. And now Berry is going to run again. His uniform says Bonus Jonah. He will run at first base. And this will bring up the extra hitter, T.J. Jones. I have runners at first and second, 1 run in the inning and 1 out. The next pitch is a ball. Lee Twan in the on-deck circle. There is a ground ball slowly hit to the shortstop. He'll make the play at third, and that will be a force out on Christoffel, 2 out. The play goes 6-5. On the play, Berry running for Denham is safe at second base. And we go back to the top of the order, and Lee Twan, who swings and hits one foul behind the plate. They're taking away our canopy. Well, we don't have any chance of getting sunburn now.
Nope, not at all.
We are shortly. We may even be in sunset time. I don't know what the sunset time is here. Nevertheless, there's a called third strike by Marcy Colley, and the inning is over. 1 run for San Francisco in the bottom of the top of the second. We go to the home half of the second. Our new score: the Norfolk Gunners 4 and the San Francisco Fury Fire 2. In the championship game of the Legends D Division here at the 18th Annual Sin City Classic, brought to you live here on the Cloud Sports Network.
And our sponsor for this happening is the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is proud to support the Sin City Classic in its 18th year. The LVCVA is the official marketing organization of Las Vegas. Their goal is to make Las Vegas the best destination for your friends and your organization. Visit lvcva.com to learn more about visiting Las Vegas. We just keep adding more things to do here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
They added a hockey team, then they added a football team. Now they will be adding a baseball team in the not-too-distant future.
Gio Phillips is going to lead off here in the in the bottom of the second for Norfolk. Her team leads by a pair. And the first pitch from Toussaint to Phillips is inside for a ball. Pitch is a ball. And the next delivery is high for ball 4. So the leadoff batter on here in the bottom of the second. Marquise, the pitcher, will be the batter. And the first pitch to him is lined up the middle, and the right center fielder lets it drop in front of him. Phillips will round second. She will go to third. Keats makes the big turn at first, but goes back. It'll be first and third, and nobody out. And here comes Norfolk again.
There's a lot of softball left to play, but you can't really like how this is going if you're the Fury Fire from San Francisco.
Not at all. Not at all. We come back to the top of the order. Jesse Baker reached and scored in the first inning. He swings and hits one to the vacated spot where the second baseman was before moving to his left. Gio Phillips will score. Mark Keats on his way to third. It's an RBI single. It's 5-2.
All right, Greg, your turn.
Greg back at the batter. He singled, eventually was forced out in this first inning, and he takes the first pitch for a strike called.
Looked like the batter was questioning the call, but I think that was just a little good-natured fun with Marcy, the umpire.
Nobody out here in the second inning, and there's a pop-up on the infield. Pitcher calls for it and makes the catch. Out number one here in the second inning, Matt Searing will be the batter. He hit into a force plate, but he eventually scored a run here in the first inning. He bats here in the second inning with runners at first and third, and there is a soft line drive in the left field for a hit. A run will score as the pitcher, Mark Keats, comes across the plate. On the play, the runner, Jesse Baker, to third, and Searing into second. So an RBI single for Searing. 2 runs in the inning. It is now 6-2. And there is a ground ball hit by Ronnie Lauman to the shortstop. There's an out at first base. A run did score, though, as Jesse Baker crosses. On the play, Searing the second. Lauman is out, it looks like 5-3, I believe. 6-3. And that's the second out in the inning. And there's a soft line pop-up to the second baseman by Ronnie Burum, and that ends the inning. I have 3 runs scored for Norfolk in the top of the in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Our new score is now the Norfolk Gunners 7 and the San Francisco Fury Fire 2 after 2 on the Cloud Sports Network.
And it is dusk here at Field 6 with the lights on, and the sun has completely gone down. Getting a little bit chillier. You're starting to see some of that winter wear coming out with the beanie hats and other sweaters.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that. Oh, no. We will start the top of the third inning with batters 2, 3, and 4 for San Francisco. And that means starting off will be the left center fielder, Gunnar Rosenquist. Singled and was forced out at second base in the first inning. And he is the leadoff batter here in the third inning. Seven to 2 for Norfolk. Here's the pitch. A little too high for a ball. Ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the next one is outside, ball 3. And the next one. There's a ground ball to second base. Sherry Henderson bobbles the ball, recovers, and throws in time for the out. 4-3 on the putout. Everett Phillips, the batter. He forced a runner in the first inning. Nobody on. 1 out here in the third inning. San Francisco trailing by 5 at 7-2. And the first pitch is a ball outside. Tomorrow we will be at Doc Romeo Softball Park. We'll be at field number 6, and we have 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon in the Women's D Division. We'll start at 10. We'll go at 10, 11, noon, take a break, and then 2, 3:30, and 4:30. The catcher doing a little manicure of the home plate. Makes it a little more visible for his pitcher. Here's the pitch to Phillips. Swing and a ground ball past Sherry Henderson and on into right center field for a base hit.
And those morning games tomorrow will probably be pool play, where teams are just sort of playing round robin within a little section. And then in the afternoon, the tournament will start.
Lee Rankin will be the batter. Gunnar Rosenquist is now running at first base. Lee Rankin in his first at-bat hit into a force play to the shortstop, and he hits one fair down the third base line and on into left field. Will be runners at first and second and 1 out. Plain Siegel hugging the third base line. Even if the third baseman comes up with the ball, he probably would not have had a play. The batter is going to be the shortstop, Alan Bianchi. In the first inning, he singled and was left stranded there. And he bats with 1 out and 2 on, his team trailing by 5 at 7-2. He swings and hits one out into left field. That ball's got some carry, and it rolls, cut off by the left center fielder. A run will score, and on the play, Rankin to third, Bianchi at second, and a run has scored as Everett Phillips, the runner for Everett Phillips, as Gunnar Rosenquist scores, and it's now 7-3. It's a double, and Thomas Malone will be the batter, and there go the Ducks. Goodbye. And the first pitch to this batter is looped into left center field, and that ball gets down for a hit. Rankin will score. Bianchi holds at third base.
And we do have one Duck left who has decided to stay out there and watch the game from right field.
First and third, and Kevin Toussaint will be the batter. 2 runs have scored in the inning, 1 out. Runners at first and third, and the first pitch. He swings and lines one into center field, and that ball is, I can't see him.
Ball is down. It's split the outfielders, and so going into second here.
It'll be second and third and 1 out. No, it'll be a runner coming home. 2 runs score, though, on that play, as Rankin and Malone score, and it is a 4-run inning. It is now 7-6. It is a double. The batter will be Jonah Berry. And the next pitch to him is swung on and grounded up the middle. Shortstop makes the play, then bobbles the ball and has no play. It'll be first and third. This is food.
Hand warmer.
And I believe our home plate umpire, Marcy, told us this game clock started at 4:45, so we are about halfway through this 60-minute game.
John Christoffel will be the batter. 31 more minutes to go in this championship game. Christoffel swings, and he hits one just beyond the reach of the first baseman. A run will score. And Berry gets back into second base. He had taken a wide turn. Nevertheless, Toussaint did score the 5th run in the inning, and that ties the game. First and second, and still just 1 out. And there is a looping fly ball into right center field. The ball drops for a hit. The bases will be loaded, and yes, they almost got him at second base, but the runner beat the play. That would be Christoffel. So it's Berry at third, Christoffel at second, Denham at first.
The base is loaded for the number 11 batter, T.J. Jones.
First pitch to him. This is a different player. But nevertheless, he hits a soft ground ball back to the pitcher. It'll be a force out 1-2. That's number 4. So the batter is out at home. Pitcher to catcher. And everybody else moves up a base. I have the bases loaded at the top of the order and Lee Twan, who swings and pops one up on the infield. The ball drops, and it's a foul ball.
A lot of the time you want that ball to roll foul. That one would have been nicer for the Gunners if it had stayed fair, because the runner on third had not moved.
Lee Twan can give his team the lead if he delivers, but he hits a soft pop-up on the infield, and the catch is made by the shortstop, and that ends the inning. It is a 5-run inning for San Francisco, good enough to tie this game 7-7 with about 29 minutes to go, and we'll head to the bottom of the third with the game tied. Again, it's now the San Francisco Fury Fire 7 and the Norfolk Gunner 7 here on the Cloud Sports Network.
It's good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
Yeah! 67 yards into the win.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling
And tastes great.
All right. Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
Party in my house.
We're here in this company to make the world a better place, and we like to think we're doing it through this handmade vodka.
Ron Frank will be leading off the bottom of the third inning with the Gunners looking to take back the lead after the Fury Fire tied it up in their half of the third inning.
All righty. 7-7. Frank swings and lines one foul down the left field line. Strike one, strike two. And the lights have just gone out. Well.
And that, so you know, and so that your children know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. We're still on.
We're still going.
We have lost our lights. We see lights to the left and a few to the right, but we have no lights on our field right now.
And you may have
I have
heard,
no idea what's going to happen if the lights don't get turned back on.
You may have heard the lead of Cloud Sports, Mr. Roman Jimenez, doing the Dixie Carter monologue about the night the lights went out in Georgia. This is the night the lights have gone off in Las Vegas. Except that the lights never really go out in Las Vegas.
They got to get this figured out. Who's responsible for this?
Sorry.
We are at 7-7. Ron Frank, the leadoff batter for Norfolk, and about a pitch or two in, the lights just went out. Lights have turned off. Maybe they thought we'd be done by 6 o'clock. What time is it?
It's only 5:15. Okay. I believe the home plate umpire has stopped the clock for now. And we have the tournament officials and the head umpire talking about what we're going to do here. I mean, the options would probably be, if the lights don't get on, I don't know if there's enough light on any of these fields right now. Looks like some of the lights are on, but that may be across the parking lot. Might have to call, as you said, co-champions. Co-champions at 7-7 in
Wouldn't
the
that
fifth
be
game
something?
seems
Yeah.
mildly appropriate.
We are in the bottom of the top of the third. No, bottom of the third. So this game started out with San Francisco scoring a run in the top of the first. Norfolk countered with 4 in their half of the first. San Francisco would pick up 1 run in the second. Norfolk followed that up with 3 of their own in the bottom of the second. And then in the top of the third, San Francisco came across with 5, making the score 7-7. That is where we are right now. And we are just sitting here in the winter chill of Las Vegas. I don't know that. All right, what did he just tell you?
So Roman was talking to the tournament officials, and they are still working it out and dealing with the coaches, but it is unlikely that the lights are going to come back on, so they may have to do some other method, like a coin flip, to determine the champion.
Okay.
That's got to be discussed with the coaches. Another thing, I mean, as much as I'm sure both teams want to win, a lot of these folks are probably going to be playing in the open and women's brackets tomorrow, so they are not looking for a very long and extended day.
So there is a conversation that is going on right now, and the following people are involved in this. Our umpire-in-chief, David Waite, home plate umpire Marcy Colley, Paula Klein, who is here lending all the support that she does at every one of these tournaments. She lends her expertise. The pitcher and the coach of Norfolk, Mark Keats, and the coach of the San Francisco team, Vincent Fuqua. And I can't tell. I think that's it. There are 5 people involved, and then there's one person who's kind of like listening off to the left. They were ahead, and we tied it up, and so it's 7-7. That's where we are right now. I know that you can't see much, so well, everybody seems to be walking away except the home plate umpire and the first place umpire and a guy I think who's wearing number 13.
So there may have been some
John
discussion
Cristobal.
about whether the team quote unquote ahead should just win the game, which the game is tied right now,
Yeah.
but those runs came in the top of the third. So if you don't finish the third, those runs could be considered to go away, in which case the Gunners would have been up 7 to, I believe, 7-2.
7-2. And the Ducks are back. Maybe the Ducks had something to do with the lights going out. It's like, get off my field. This is the easiest way to do it. Okay, so
There are
now I
sometimes
think
rules-
we're about to get some more information.
Yeah, there are sometimes rules about how.
Say that again?
Go to your umpire analyst.
We're going to go and bring in our umpire analyst here who has
This
some
is
more
you?
data,
Okay.
more information from the team.
Right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for your patience as you watch along. This is Roman Jimenez, Tournament Certified USA Championship umpire and co-founder of Cloud Sports Network. But the way the USA softball rules are that this is not an official game until we've hit the 5th inning. And because it is not an official game, the way that there's very specific rules that kind of govern this discussion, and the way that it works is you go back to the last full inning. Since we were only in the bottom of the third, we had not finished the third inning yet. The Norfolk Gunners were the home team. They were the team due to come up next to the bat. So what happens is we revert to what the score was in the previous inning, which was the second inning. In that inning, at the end of it, the Norfolk Gunners were ahead 6-2. 7-2.
Yeah.
So, as you were watching a very exciting 5-1 rally for the San Francisco Fury Fire, it will kind of probably come down to naught. So what we're waiting for is the official word. The rule is pretty clear that you revert to the final score of the last full inning, and that score was 7-2 in favor of Norfolk. So it looks like the champion of the Legends D tournament is, in fact, the Norfolk Gunners.
They're hugging.
And there you have it. I'll turn it back over now to Dr. Joel and the voice of Queer Softball, Rich Siegel.
Well, Vincent Fuke was going over to explain to his team what has happened. Mark Keats is still talking to home plate umpire Marcy Colley. So, to be clear, Norfolk is the champion, as you just said, because they cannot finish the game without the lights. And so there's still a little bit of a discussion going on at home plate. Can't imagine what that's all about.
They're just clarifying the rule saying thanks. So we're up.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is an odd way to have a ball game end, and it's an even odder way to have a champion crowned. But we have one crowned in the Legends D division. Final score here for this game will be the Norfolk Gunners 7, the San Francisco Fury Fire 2. The Norfolk Gunners of the Mid-Atlantic League are your champions in Legends D. Joel, a pleasure. We'll do this again tomorrow, and hopefully the lights will stay on.
Again, like you said, we will be at Doc Romeo Field 6 watching Women's Plus D Division softball starting at, I believe, 10 a.m.
So, all right, well, that's going to wrap us up here tonight. We thank you for being with us here today for the Legends D Division. On behalf of Joel Tremblay, Rich Siegel saying thank you for being with us tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow again here on the Cloud Sports Network. Again, Legends D champion, the Norfolk Gunners, by a score of 7-2 over the San Francisco Fury Fire. Good night.